Sanjay Nav, can I start with a question about your life? Tell us about your early life. You actually had not worked in the hospitality industry, but you began to work in it at the age of 14, and then you opened a restaurant at 17. What experience did you have to open a restaurant?
Well, the thing is, I was fortunate enough to be the second generation in this business, and when the family came over in 1972, when there was a bit of trouble in Uganda, we were a bit concerned about similar things happening in Kenya. So we came into this country and started from scratch. So imagine having this big empire in Nairobi, and then the parents come over here and they have to get normal jobs, and they have to do their own washing and driving and doing all the menial stuff that everyone has to do in the UK. It was a bit of a shock to them. And then they started a bit of outside catering from home, and that is when, at the age of 14, I got into work. So I would go and help my dad do events for 500 people, 600 people, and at the weekends, when I'd come back from school at Friday afternoon, from Friday afternoon till Sunday night, I'd be hard at work. And then this just got ingrained into my blood. The work ethic got put in at a very, very young age.
Now you now head a business empire, Madhu's, that spans several restaurants. And in addition, you employ hundreds, possibly thousands of people as the year goes on. What kind of skills are you looking for when people want to join the hospitality industry? Obviously there's different types of skills you require, but if you're looking at some of the key ingredients when you make that decision to hire someone, what do you require people to have as skills?
The willingness to work and the right attitude. I only want those two things. The rest of the skills, within a month, 6 weeks, we will install that into people and turn them into a waiter. Within 12 weeks, 16 weeks, they can become a head waiter. Within 6 months, they can be a section holder. And within a year, they could get a management position. It all depends on the right attitude and the willingness to learn. And that is what's lacking out there.
At the first interview, people will always bring you a CV. Obviously, you're able to employ people on the basis of no written paperwork. But most employers, such as you, require a CV. What do you look for in a CV when you start at that basic level? Obviously, if you're recruiting a manager, you'll need more. But at the basic level, what do you look for? Because thousands of people must apply for jobs.
Yes, the thing that I look for more is experience more than a master's in hospitality. Believe me, I have employed people that have masters in hospitality, and one of my normal waiters who've had 3 months experience with me can do a better job. So experience to me is everything. And I also get impressed with people that start off as a waiter and make their way up to general manager. Those are the people that I get more impressed with when I'm just looking at a CV. But what I always try to say to people is, if you want to do this job, come for 2 days, come for 3 days, and do a trial shift. See the environment. Is it the kind of place you want to work? Are you comfortable there? Are you comfortable with the people that are around you? Is it the company that you want to work for? Instead of just employing them and then 2 months, 3 months later, you say to them, I'm really sorry, but this is not for you. Or they say to you, I'm really sorry, this is not for me. So I think this trial shift should be more encouraged in the hospitality industry.
Now, the industry is now worth billions. thousands, hundreds of thousands are employed in the industry. What you're saying to us is you don't have to be an expert, you don't have to have a degree or an MBA in order to join the industry, even to become a manager. There is a saying about learning on the job. Do you think that that is right, that the best way to learn is actually to do the work itself, and then you have the experience of learning how to do it?
No question. There is nothing to beat actual practical experience. Other industries may differ, but in the hospitality industry, if you don't know how to speak to people, you don't know how to be courteous, you're not going to get very far. You can be academically astute, but you need practical skills. You need to know how to approach people, when to approach people, and these are skills, unfortunately, they lack. And within the youngsters, I think this should be encouraged. I always say to all my friends, you want your son or daughter's personality to flourish, then send them to me for 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Let them work the floor and see how their personality develops, because every table you go to, you need to act slightly differently. When you go and serve a table of all guys, your behavior needs to be slightly different. When it's a family, your behavior needs to be slightly different. And there's a lot of skills that are required for this that cannot be taught on paper. You need to be on the floor, and you need to see other people doing it so that you can follow and develop your skills.
Sanjay Anand, MBE, thank you for joining us at this very special webinar.
Thank you.